Wait a minute. Is this Elias? No. He looks way older than him. Who is this man? Okay, guys. Y'all see it? We are back. Episode 5 of the Roottrees. Welcome. Welcome back if you're new. Wait, what? Welcome. If you're new, welcome back. If you've been here already. I haven't been starting my intros like I'm supposed to start my intros. I apologize for that. But like I said, we're here. We're here. I got me some hot cocoa. My cup of Job. My cup of Job, but it's hot cocoa. And also got my water. So y'all grab y'all water. Y'all grab your extra beverage. And flaming hot, you know. Well, hot fries. Chester, Cheeto, whoever. If you want to sponsor your girl, I'm the best person to have as your spokesperson because I love me some extra flaming hot down. So if you're watching my video, go everybody, all my 300 plus subscribers, go and harass Flaming Hot Company, Frito-Lay, all them, and be like, Tailah B Gaming deserves to be sponsored by y'all. Okay. I always talk about Flaming Hot. I don't know how often I talk about it in my videos, but if you know me, you know extra Flaming Hot, hot fries, that girl. Okay, anyway, let's get back into this. Where do we leave off? I'm gonna try not to snack too much. Okay, so I remember where I left off. I was very confused about this family tree right here. I don't know what's going on. I'm confused. I don't know. Either, no, because he's the only child. Okay. I do know I also said I didn't want to use too many hints. So we're going to see how that goes. Let's see what this evidence is that's highlighted. Oh, this is just a recap. I don't need this. What I need is something that's going to help me understand who this is. What is this? Does it say 92 or 97? I don't know if this is a mistake or on purpose. Self-portrait of me and my fiance. Sick. What is this? I don't know what this means. Lulu. And when I look up names, Luisa Garcia, oh crap, is on the list of names. Garcia. Did I pass it? Right here. Let me spider search. No? Let me spell it the right way. Hold on. Louisa. Man, V. Nothing. Okay, how about we look into, let's copy and paste this. The periodicals. Because I mean, if she's dealing with one of them, let's do this first. Nothing. Business watch. No. Silver screen. No. And I better not press a hint, and they better not be giving me that same hit from last time. There's only one incomplete referee. Okay. I got Jessica. Are they not reading what I'm putting? Oops. Are they not reading what I'm putting down? I'm confused because is that not what I put here? Where are the referees? Jessica. Yeah, right there, right? Okay. Oh, I think I got it, y'all. I think I gotta switch these. Hold on. And then let's put her picture. This has to be Chris. That doesn't. Oh, I got it now. I think I understand. No, I don't understand. Because he's connected to her. But this is the only way that makes sense. I don't know how this all connected for real. This is Luisa Garcia. We have a picture of her. Boom. So who did he end up marrying? I probably just messed up doing that. Oh no, that's right, because she has blonde hair. So this could be her. Okay, so this is where I'm confused, right? Follow me, camera. So we see this is Clark Rafferty, right? Now, Frank's Daniels, they split up. They didn't have a kid together or nothing. We go down. I know his mom talked about he married Jane. because he wanted her to stay in the band, right? Boom, bada bing. They have a kid, but they split up. Now my thing is, did they get married again? Jane? No. I'm just confused. How come they have LaRoe last name? LaRoe, whatever. LaRa. How come they have her last name, but they split up? And he doesn't even have his mother's last name. You get what I'm saying? That's where I'm confused. So who is the spouse? Because we see this lady, but it's like, who is she? And based off this, everyone is in the right spot. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. We saw someone earlier whose last name was Rafferty. He had a website and everything. Yeah. Oh, college student. I thought he was an artist because, you know. Okay, is that locked? Okay, so who was he married to? Oh, see, this is where I'm lost. This is where you lose me. Where's Diamond? Yeah. Diamond, they already locked in their kids and everything. Little girl in this picture giving "you're not my mom." I'm just gonna search Clark Rafferty. Okay, I say the music one for last because I know he's gonna pop up. Okay. A section of a magazine called Skip It or Flip It has short, filthy. Okay. Okay, let me search Clark Rafferty again. These times, okay. The Diamond Dazzlers or something like that. No, because then that's gonna make me focus on Jim and Diamond. I'm trying to focus on Clark and Jane. Jane LaRoe. Maybe we should do that. Listed as a talent for hire. Talent for hire, way down to credentials. Okay. And that wouldn't be a name option. I think she probably remarried. No. Anybody else named Rafferty? No. Okay. See, now this is what makes me be like, okay, I'm moving on to the next family. Because what? Okay. Let's put Nicole. Wait, I already got her on the thing. Did I not clip their picture? Hold on, y'all. This. No, I didn't. Okay. Takara and Brenda. This is from Debbie. And this is Ernie Jr., right? Or Ernest Jr., which would be Ernie. Okay. So this is Nicole. This is... Oh, wait a minute. I think it's switched. I think this is Debbie. Hold on. I think this is Deborah. This is Nicole. K through 12. President. Ernest. This is Matson. Gwyneth. Okay. Now I just gotta figure out who this is. Gwyneth Matson. Can I search that? I don't know if I did. Is it Matson or Matson? No. Okay. Maybe I could search them. Because I feel like when you search their family name or something in this, more stuff pops up than... Hey, can I search Matson? Would that search anything? Okay. How about Ernest Matson? Am I spelling their name right? Like... Yeah, I am. Okay, how about Ernest Jr.? They said put it... Okay. See, the only thing that makes me concerned is because there's an original Ernest. So either I'm putting this in the wrong spot or something not right. Okay. Let's get another hint. And don't give me anything about the Raffertys. I don't care anymore. In some of her diary entries, Lauren mentions Miracle's other son, which is Eli. He was mentioned in Life Between Wars, Sam, and Revisiting Diary Names. Okay. Let's go there then. Life Between Wars, Sam. This is where it gets confusing for me. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her. Her and her children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. It has been a long, long time since any real Roottree was as excited and interested in an actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother in her adopted grandfather. Okay, which makes me think these are her kids, right? Am I not, what's not clicking? Right? Okay, no, that's right. This is the original Ernest Jr. Okay. Now let's keep reading. What I'm most ashamed of is not figuring it all out myself. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and and green eyes. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, of course, but I guess that skips a generation. Her children have that covered. Okay. Okay. So glasses. So this has to be Gwyneth. And this is her, yep, free spirit. There we go. There we go. There we go. You just gotta pave the way for me and I'll go over it. Okay, and this time I ain't getting no help. I got this. Let me read and pay attention to what I'm reading. I'm not done. I'm about to finish reading. Let's see what's going on with Miracle Kids. It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm operations will pass to Samantha Roottree for as long as she was willing. I got flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money, after all, and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. Okay, who her daddy is again? Okay, this is her dad. So this can't be, Elias C. can't be his son. Because he said his son, or he said Elias C. was, what was he, a bachelor, a confirmed bachelor. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor. So I'm going to switch. I think this is Elias M. and this is Elias C. A bachelor. is that the help? Farm hand. Let me just scroll down and see what we got. What's the options? Mechanic. Okay, let's keep reading. Sam had to grow up in the house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. We haven't got anything about a Miller. I'm not sure Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were her, I might never forgive them either. But even so, she seems to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problems with us next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the five pieces in Elias and Gwyneth. Now remember what I said. The person that keeps showing up at the door is writing a book about Elias and five pieces. They ain't saying nothing about Gwyneth. But I mean, 2 + 2 = 4, right? We can confirm that. But with the gamer developers make that obvious, I don't know. But I just feel what I feel. And what I feel is what I feel. Okay. So, okay, revisiting the names. Okay. This is where it gets crazy. So, the biggest complaint I got after publishing my diary was how many similar names there are. And I get it. There are 4 Elis, for Pete's sake. But that's how it is. Someone would say, I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. That's how they became Uncle Junior, which is Uncle Junior. Okay, this is this one. My brother. Okay. That's why they became Uncle Junior or Miracles Eli or Eli C. Uncle Junior is already put on the map. Eli C would be her brother, which oh no, so I had it right. I don't know if this is this Eli. I just put the picture right there because why not? Okay, so I had it right the first time. Okay. And I feel like the M in this Elias is for Miracle, because as you can see, we have Miracle Jr. and Miracle 3rd. Okay. Elias Miracle. Okay. So Miller isn't an option, right? I need to lock in the 4 last real Roottrees. That's what they want me to do. I just gotta learn more about them. So Eli. Wait, where am I? Reading her diary. Uncle, cousin, brother. So Eli C. Okay, our family names are usually okay. I don't think I should read this because then it's gonna throw me off. And one thing that's always been consistent in our family though is that anytime someone's a junior, there's always the firstborn son. That goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. With the women, however, okay, so wait, this can help me a little bit. Oh wait, I just need to get their pictures, honestly, because I think I have the names locked in. I really gotta stop doing that. Click on the board. Firstborn, so Clancy Jr., which could be him. He looked like the next oldest. Elias C. Just for now, I just want the names to follow. Clancy. Dang, I forgot this name. Why are they popping up as women? Okay. He's the youngest. Wait a minute. Is this Elias? No. He looks way older than him. Who is this man? Who that man be? Okay. I know his picture's gonna stay here because he looked the youngest. It's just Alright, Eli's marriage seemed fine and ended. But who knows what causes these things. I suspect that he's marrying Jane to keep her from running out the band without her. He'd be the third wheel, and I imagine that wouldn't last long as a trio, but still. I don't think a marriage on such a shaky foundation like that can last. Lord knows I was right last time. Let me see this picture again. Because let me find out I'm putting the dad down here. But they said him and his dad look alike. I need to figure out who's the oldest of the two. There's 3 clues left in here. Lost Jacob and Gwen divorced Wild Bill just before she had her second. Not even I can blame her. Okay. Okay, so Clark got married. One time. They split up. Got married again. Split up. I forgot I was working on this clue, y'all. Because Lauren mentioned that he was one of the Eli's. Wait, who are we talking about? Miracles. Okay. Go back to the free spirit. Lauren mentioned that he was one of the Eli's. He's not Eli Sr. or Eli Jr. Oh. So he's not an Eli. Hold on. Let me figure this out myself. Don't tell me. Child, everybody's starting to look the same at this point. I don't know. Tell me the answer, girl. Lucky Duck, tell me the answer. Elias M has a name tag on his photo. What? What? No. It says Elias M has a name tag on his photo and he's wearing the same mechanic clothing as shown in the Roottrees Motors ad. Child. Hold on. What is Free Spirit picture at? Child. I did not pay attention to this. I was looking at his face, and that's when I just said everybody's starting to look the same because I was looking at his face and his face. They look the same. Eli. So I'm going to assume that this is him. He's a mechanic. Which then, who was the girl for Roottree Motors? I know the picture of the girl. Hold on. Is she right here? What was her mama name? Castrol or something like that? Hold on, let me just search it again. Wilkins. Okay. Wilkins? You know, I'm assuming I'm assuming Catherine Wilkins will be his wife. Yeah, that's right. I remember. Let me see if they give me her name. Tessa. There we go. So now, how do Penelope play a part in this? Penelope Tessa Green. No, that's her last name. Never mind. But no, because I keep forgetting they don't necessarily have the last name Roottree. They go by their maiden name. And I don't know who his wife is either. Okay. Should I do another hint, y'all? I'm feeling confident with this part. Plus, they gave me a hint. I knew all this other stuff. Okay. I just don't know who their spouses are. Okay, if we move over, I still don't know who Margot Light's spouse is. Need to learn the spouse and his children. I need to get this correct. Who else is a Roottree? Let me see who not on here. We got Christina November. Is this Edward? The biggest complaint I got. Okay, our family names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy. So now you see where my pop's name came from. Okay. So Edward Clancy. Okay, his name is Edward Clancy. Then he broke it off to name one child Clancy, one child Edward, and Elias after his dad. Okay. Now, we know he's the youngest because he has the baby face. I'm torn between who's the oldest between these two because he looked the oldest. But at the same time, I'm not sure. I don't know who Aunt Margot Light's husband is. This is the only time we hear about Aunt Margot. During the summer where I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot. I hope she would be the sister I never had. Look, okay. Entry Dynasty. There's probably more tea in here. It says, I wish I had been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Okay. So we know there's architects, preachers, and lawyers in the family. Papa argued that the company should stay with the branch. Okay, I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who was volunteered. Okay. Instead of it ended up going to Zach, even though his surname doesn't match the candy, his firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands EC and John. EC, like, what is their relevance to the story? Because is John Mr. Miller? EC. And how old is Sam? Okay, yeah, she fall on the same age range as EC, which I'm guessing is EC. Is it Elias? Oh, child. Everybody else over here is locked. Okay, let's just keep reading. So it says, my brothers all seem to pursue paths of knowledge. And the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. So November belonged to one of these people. So I'm guessing November probably be his child. Because her last name Roottree, right? Okay, so yeah, I think this is November. Hold on, huh? Because everybody else has kids. And she said the most illegal thing someone did was bring home somebody. And like I said, at that time, interracial relationships wasn't the thing. So, so they all pursued something with the path of knowledge. So we could talk about teachers, scientists. What are the careers again? Hold on. Lawyer, doctor, I mean, I could be wrong. Professor, principal. Okay. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. What was her dad doing again? Oh wait, bring it back up. A lawyer, okay. So Edward is a lawyer. Okay. Now, okay, can I bring the free spirit picture back up? Because I need to see. Now I'm kind of curious. No. I said this was what's her name. Okay, so this has to be Edward right here. Let me put his step picture. Okay, let me search Edward Roottree then. I'm trying not to cheat. November Roottree. I think I searched that already. Okay, I'm confident this is Edward, lawyer. It's these two. Ciao. Let me get a hint. In one of your diaries, Lauren mentions the name of Jim's father. I thought I had Jim's father right here, right? I don't want a hint. This is as far as I'm getting, revisiting the diary. Let me silent read. Hold on. What more I can say for Clancy and Edward. Eli C. That's Jim's dad right here. I already got that lined up. What about it? Somebody's last name Rock? Who's Kim? Wait a minute. Who is Kim? Wait, did he? There was a third sister, y'all. I remember. There was 3 LaRoe sisters. Hold on. Because that name was not popping up before when I was putting LaRoe. Hold on. Y'all not about to play with me. I know I'm not crazy. Right here. It says, make it, okay. Youngest Kim is about to step into the prominent role on Broadway, taking up. Did he really sleep with his ex-sister? So this could be Kim. Child, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me finish my cup of joe. So you mean to tell me, one, this whole time Kim popped up. I could have sworn I searched LaRoe name and nobody else's name popped up. So this is some new tea for me. Now, how can I get more information on this? Because, okay, maybe I need to spell her name. Let me just get this. Let me copy that. So when I search Kim, Command B, see, nothing pops up. Okay, let me read this. Maybe it says Broadway. You are looking to release an album sometime in the next year. Youngest Kim is about to step into a prominent role on Broadway, taking over for one of the children in Oliver. The LaRoe sisters got their start doing session work for their Great Uncle record label. If you remember any of the songs from 1960, 1965 that featured the voices of kids, they were probably involved. Okay, let me search the Diamond Dazzlers. I can't believe this, y'all. Get out of town. Read the description for the next generation photograph. Carefully to determine which of the men is. Okay. I'm still stuck on the fact that he. Child. Let me figure out who was Eli. Who kid is this? I don't even think this kid is placed anywhere. I don't know. How do I supposed to know who's who? You can find a mention of Eli's occupation in a periodical article about someone closely related to him. See, that's what I'm talking about. Get a hint. Okay, reread the Modern Music Monthly article on Jim Roottree. Okay. It all makes sense now. When Diamond walked in on Clark in bed with her youngest sister, talking about Kim, I thought when they said youngest sister, in my mind, I'm thinking of Jane because they were together. So that's the reason why they split up. The only thing Clark and I had in common. Wow, that's crazy. So your sister is also your cousin. One thing Clark and I had in common was music, but even then, no one agreed on what it should be. He was always more interested in catchy tunes, something okay. I don't mind saying any of this because he'd agreed for most of the decade he was a mess, but he's a lot happier now. He started rap for tunes, and he's much better jingle family writer than songwriter. And one of the benefits of our famous family is a massive company willing to be a client. That's also how my father was connected to Roottree. Huh? He was a jingle writer? So whatever advertising. Okay, so right here. Advertising. There we go. Child, I wouldn't have gotten that. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna just say he was a teacher. Let me see if I put professor. I thought I was gonna automatically do it, but no. Okay. See, I didn't peep that. So Gwyneth, this one is also a farmer. Oops, not a firefighter. Farmer. Let me just see. Oh no, because she got married, so I would need to know her husband's name. Did we figure out Bunny? Oh, yeah, we got Bunny. We gotta figure out this one, Gwendolyn. I mean, slowly but surely, people pictures are getting highlighted. So let me go do some process elimination. We have her. Her picture should be locked in because we already know she wear those glasses. So I'm going to assume this is Gwendolyn. But why she looking like that, the world may never know. I'm trying to understand why his is not. Is he a college? There we go. Look at that. I'm going through, even though I'm using hints for a little help. I'm speeding through this. Branching out. Lock in everyone in the next generation photograph. Booyah. Okay, I just need 4 more. Let's see if I can solve this without a hint. Okay, so we left off with Gwyneth. If she's searchable, but I feel like with these people, I may not find anything about them in the periodical. I think I'm gonna have to just stick with her diary to help me out. So yeah, everyone's picture is pretty much locked in. I wish when you hovered over like this, they tell you who's who. This is Eli M. This is, I know this is Guy. This is Bunny. This is Carl. Miracle Jr. is this one. Jim Roottree. I feel like this is Jim Roottree right here. Let me put his picture. Oh wait, no, I got. Did I lock him in? Gwyneth M. Gwendolyn. See, on the back she put November because nobody included her in the picture because they said there's a large number of cursive signatures. And then there's November, so this is November for sure. Interesting. And everybody kid is accounted for except for Edward. Edward Roottree was dabbling in some chocolate. He said, I'm a lawyer. I don't care about the laws. I don't know who his mom is. That's crazy. Not only did she have 1 child, she had 2. 2 of them. Y'all, all my clues are gone. Look. This is the only one that's left. Nobody else holding up many clues. So what am I missing in this campaign? We got Eloise. We got Deborah. We got these two. And we also got this person. We got Bunny. Who's Edith? We got the LaRose. Bethany catalog. Hold on. Bethany is... Okay. Okay, so we have Bethany. We got both of the catalogs. We got Guy. We got Brian. I know y'all probably like, girl, you cheating. But look. This is called Process of Elimination. We got Angelica and Christopher Hudson. I know we got Nicole. Let me look her up again. Why is she here? Penelope Green is a retired comedian. Okay, let's go back to Brother Trouble. I'm supposed to search Brother Trouble. Hold on. In this magazine. There we go. It says Tommy Mark Sheridan has appeared on the cover of Teen Blast a record 38 times. And put my chip down. It's getting serious. Including 3 back-to-back months during the height of Brother Trouble. In issues he wasn't on the cover, he was still mentioned quite often. Read every word of every article, and besides the fact that he was married to Raina, only one thing seemed relevant. A gossip section from 1996, about 8 months before their marriage, is called "Is TMS Dating a Roottrie?" It says. At a recent autograph signing, TMS told Teen Blast reporter that he met a girl at a party in Malibu. Apparently, the cast of Brother Trouble gets together at Penelope House once a year, and this time TMS found love. The mega hottie had this to say. She's incredible. She came to the party to meet me specifically, and I'm glad she did. She said she had a crush on me when she was younger. I told her I have a crush on her from her posters now. How old were you? 23, you said? When our Teen Blast reporter asked who the lucky girl was, TMS refused to spill, but we did some digging. One of the creators of Brother Trouble, Ron, married Penelope, okay, who played TMS mom on the show. And get this, Ron is a distant relative of the Roottree sisters. Ooh, okay, so Ron, that's how Penelope is connected to this family. Got it. So I'm like, why is her name on this list? Okay. I should have known. I should have put 2 and 2 together. This is kind of just like this case with Gwen. How she married that guy who she was co-stars with. So that means those kids that I got a picture of. Okay, Penelope. Which is her. The baby is Les. I forgot the name of this baby. I know this child name is Jack. Okay. He's a child. This is baby. Got it. Okay, but what was this baby name? I don't remember, y'all. I don't remember. Let's see who's last for Roottree. It's a girl. I'm putting Christina right now. Let me go back to this. Her holding this baby in this picture. Did they say it was a girl or a boy? I don't remember. Where is she? Where is she? Oh, there she is. Dang it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just call this Christina until further notice. I might need to use a hint. I'm kind of torn. I feel like they don't talk about people's wives enough, to be honest. There's only one free spirit left to place. Okay, before I go deeper into that, let me see. Who is it? There's only one name left in the caption of free spirit photo, and there's only one spot left on a tree for that person to go. According to the Butler Summer Theater, November Studies creates choreography. What? Hold on. Hold on. Because when? November Studios, you know? I'm not going to hold you. I did not put 2 and 2 together for that. I remember reading this, but I did not think to be like, oh yeah, she's the choreographer. I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. Dancer. Yeah, they had me do all that like that was going to lock in something. You should look more into Rootrees business histories and local magazines. Search for Anderson Maple Farm in Butler. Okay. Yeah, guide me. Guide me. I don't know why I came here. I'm supposed to be out on the computer. Business watch. Nothing. Okay. The Butler County Times has had consistent ads for tours and demonstrations at the first Anderson Maple Farm for a very long time. The farm also appears ever so often in a section about things to do in Butler County. It seems that twice each summer, the Roottree Candy Company current head of farming, Mrs. Cottrell, returns to Butler County to demonstrate how 5 pieces were made at the beginning of the century. The demonstration provides free samples of the original 5 flavors. They cost quite a lot to attend and sell out every time, so the Butler County Times recommend getting tickets the moment they go on sale. The ads and blurbs do not have any other relevant information to help with your search. It says Mrs. Cottrell, the first Anderson Maple Farm for her. So who's she married to? Okay, so I'm assuming she's married to one of these guys. I mean, I could search to see in our list of names if that's a person. Stephanie. Okay, let's search Stephanie Cottrell then. No? Let me see if I search Anderson Maple Farm here. Me here. Oh, okay. Now remember that. So who is... I'm confused. Because she's an Anderson. Chris had Bentley photo. Oh, I see. Wait, hold on. No, I don't. I don't see Jack. Give me a second. You know what's throwing me off, y'all? Because there's 2 Stephanies, and they did that on purpose. Because we have Stephanie Landon, and then we have Stephanie Cottrell. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. And her mom was a farmer. Got it. So she's a farmer. Her dad is a Cottrell. Damn. Okay. So you gotta pay attention. You have to pay attention. Because all this stuff, child. All this stuff. Okay. So how does Stephanie look? We say all that to say, so how does she look? Oh wait, no. I know how Stephanie look. I remember. This is Stephanie. But would she be considered a farmer or a student? There we go. I gotta stop getting hints. Is that 5 more relatives or 3? It says, take my hand beneath the tree, locked in for everyone in the free spirit. Oh, we just need 1 more, y'all. Just 1 more. Uh-oh. Top secret.
To my genealogy genie. If you're reading this, it means you've locked in 49 blood relatives. Congratulations. I knew you could do it. There are 2 more entries on the family tree I'd like you to consider. These last 2 are optional. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth. So make sure you're ready.
Oh no, I'm not ready. I definitely want to get the tea. Who is EC? Thank you. So this is definitely John Miller. This has to be EC right here. I wanted to lock the wives in, or like the spouses, but I feel like it's gonna be hard. Let me see. I don't want a hint. I hope they don't give me a hint. You have everything you need. All you need to do now is look through your evidence for any inconsistencies. There are some interesting mentions of EC and Lauren's diary. Those old candy ads seem suspect as well. And what was the strange love letter about? Okay, I'm gonna stop right there because I don't want any spoilers. Okay. Okay, what's this? This is new. The Miracle Jr. doesn't go by his full name in promotional materials. Instead, he shortens to Miracle Jr. Okay, I never searched that. Miracle Jr. is a televisionist who was part of the Miracle Network. He's have a show that aired on local access across many stations in the northeastern United States. According to the website called Clergy Watch, we're going to search that when we're done. He was exposed and subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public in 1979 when he claimed to heal someone in a wheelchair. A news exposed revealed it was his wife Edith's sister in disguise. The author also mentioned that Edith had a bit of a checkered past herself, but doesn't clarify. He has since lost his television show and instead goes on tour across southern United States, where he was not well known before the scandal. Okay, so a news exposed revealed it was his wife Edith's sister in disguise. Let me search this first, and then we'll come back to that. Oh, so her name is Edith. Why am I not clicking right there? It was his wife Edith's sister. Okay, let's look for Edith. Okay, Edith Jacobson. Got it. Miracle. Why do I keep spelling miracle like that? Who is April Quitterich? QUA. Child, I'm not gonna be able to find that name. Hold on. Need to list the names. Something with a Q. Remember to spell April. I feel like some of these other names we got too, but I know for a fact we don't got this person, and this person. I would remember those names. I feel like we got all the men, to be honest. Well, the Roottree men, I should say, for sure. Oops. And I know we got Sheridan Thomas, and I know I think we got everyone. Okay, y'all, so upon researching, I ain't found Jack. Upon reviewing everything, your girl ain't found Jack. Hold on, let me just do a quick scan of the family tree. I would remember Jacobson. Is that Jacobson? That his wife? See, this is why I just want to search everybody's name. Let me go in order. Hold on. Let me search that first. Laura, and then I'm gonna search Edith, Laura. Chad, this look like it's about to be done in episode 5, y'all. Oops. Okay, let's search. Who is it? Oh, Edith, his wife. Wait, no. Whose wife? Edith. Why didn't I search her name? So, okay. That is true. Okay, his sister-in-law was in some drama. Okay, got it. There's a crime article about Edith Jacobson that also mentions a Helen Roottree and a Lucinda Jackson. Who? In 1971, when she was 18, Edith and her sister Lucinda. Okay, so Lucinda is who helped her brother-in-law out. Were arrested for trespassing at the Miracle Congregation Church in Butler County. Okay. They were pretending to be church employees in an attempt to get into the room where the church houses their weekly tithing. I forgot how you pronounce it. The church didn't press charges. They were called by Helen Roottree, who was there at the time while her husband Miracle. Okay, so Helen, or whomever Helen, because I was about to say Helen Roottree. No, whatever her maiden name. I gotta look for a Helen, and I think I've seen a Helen. I just forgot the last name. Jesus forgive, and so do we. The Lord knows. Okay, so that's crazy. So your son went on to marry Edith, who stole from y'all. Okay. So let's put. I just want everyone thing completed. I don't want to. Okay, Helen Lennon. Okay. Okay, we know this is correct. Okay, got it. Let's move to the next one. We're gonna go in order. Okay. Margolite Roottree. Gwen Roottree. Okay, we gotta figure out who her daddy. There gotta be something on her. I feel like I've read the ins and outs of. Okay, maybe if I search something with Gwen. Let's go to Starlight and let's search Gwen, because maybe there's something to tell us about. Okay. Okay, let's see. I see something about my grandfather. Okay, right here. The power of a name is undeniable. My grandfather constantly preached the importance of the family names and honoring them. My father decided to bless me with a famous name. There's nothing wrong with Cornwall, but Roottree has power. There we go. So, Cornwall. Okay. Locked in. Cool. I'm mad. I'm trying to lock in the husbands and wives as if we don't have this greater mystery on our hand right here. But I just want my board completed. The satisfaction of knowing my board will be completed is where I am right now. Okay, now let me see if we can search something for November Studios. Maybe let's start here. November Studios. Okay. Instead of November Studios, maybe they should call this place No Mention Studios, because you don't find any information about it anywhere. Okay. That's kind of crazy, you know. How come we can't find nothing about November Studios? A local dance school. They advertise lessons for ballet and jazz classes. There's hardly. Okay. Let me keep searching. Silver Screen. No. Team Blast. No. Starlet. No. Probably got to come back to November and her daddy. Let me search Edward Roottree. Just for the fun. Because we're already here. Okay. Let's go to the next person. I'm gonna come back to them. Elias C. Roottree. Let me see if I click on their names. Who's all left? Laura Clarkson. I thought I had a Patricia Jones. Oh, okay. Well, let me search Patricia Jones. Ciao. I guess at this point, it's just all about guessing and just putting names and hoping it sticks. But it's going to be hard for me to do that because they want me to just solve the greater mystery, which is who was EC. And I'm confident in my answer because, well, you know what? I'm confident in the spouse. Picture-wise, I'm not sure. I'm just going to assume that's him. Would it be crazy for me to cheat to get the spouse's names? Because all they're going to do... Okay, I looked up Edith. Helen Lennon. Let me see, maybe... No. How about if I search here? See, that's kind of crazy how it popped up for Edith, but it's not going to pop up when I just search her name. Let me see if they said anything about Guy Hudson. Let me search his name. Maybe they said something about him having a wife. Okay. It says, although the Butler County does not archive their obituaries, they did not. Oh, I do remember that. They did, and I highlighted it, and I did not put 2 and 2 together in this very moment. Okay. Patricia Jones, I'm pretty sure. Okay. And they passed away. They didn't even have it. Oh, that's so sad. You know, I'll be thinking about this sometimes, like when people don't have kids or anything, and it's like, that's it. That's where they stop. And from that point on, their memory only goes on based off of family telling. Like, it's up to Bunny's kids to be like, yeah, my mom had a twin brother, da 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 da, you know, keep his memory alive. It is like, yeah. But as time goes on, people are not going to keep up with their ancestries and all that stuff, accessories. So yeah, um, okay, so we got that. So who all are we missing now? We're just missing these two, okay, or these three. Okay, who name? We have Joan Monroe. Okay, let's search that name because I don't even know nothing about the name. Maybe his sister says something about his marriage life in her diaries. Let me see. I'm talking about all of them. I said his sister, speaking singular. Child evidence. Let me go back to her diary. Let's do revisiting first. Okay. Now let's start from the beginning. Oh, see, this is why I'm confused right here too. She said, I got angry, yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, your Pop is my dad. She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing, so I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble. Then Pop took her away. He told me, don't worry, I am glad she is gone. See, yeah, I don't understand what she means in that situation. Okay, I could let this go and not try to figure out who the wives are. I very much could. But I can't, y'all. I can't. Let me see. Let me see if they say anything about him, his family life. This. Are you serious? Nothing. Okay. Let me do Jim. Okay. Oh. You know what? Let me search it with the quotation mark. It says Jim Roottrees seems to have left Butler County by the time Jim and Diamond gained notoriety. The only article you find is from 1979, and the article is titled "Former Butler County Resident Enters Disco Charts." The article came out right as rolling on down the city was hitting its peak popularity. There isn't much to an article than what you already know, but it does mention that at the time, Jim and Diamond had a 2-year-old daughter named Candy. The writer of the article did not seem thrilled to report this fact and called the name a bit too on the nose. Well, after they did drug nose candy. Is that what was going on? They trying to throw hints like that. Okay. All right. I don't think I'm going to find the wives. Not okay. You know, I can probably find the wives, but I probably won't find them with the research. Okay, let me just take a guess before I search. I feel like with him, his wife can be April Roottrees. With him, I'm gonna go with Laura. And then him, I'm gonna go with Monroe. Now let's see if I'm right. Child, I can't even find it. Oh, right. It doesn't matter. We solved the most important part. So the mystery here was the last two are optional and won't lock in until you say I'm ready. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth. So make sure you're ready. So I'm going to stick to the fact that this is EC. Oh wait, who's EC? I didn't know I had to type his name in. See, I'm doing all this searching for the wives. Oh. Okay, I know this is John Miller. EC. Okay, hold on. There are interesting mentions of EC and Lauren's diary. Those old candy scenes suspect as well. And what was that strange love letter about? I don't know what love letter they talking about besides one to Patty Patricia thingy. Have you poured everything over? Okay, so let me review this one more time with this love letter. A twisted twin. Okay, so I know they okay. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. Should I have looked up Tina Angelina? What's that name? Hold on. Tina Angelina. Steamy Correspondence by Tina Angelina is a book of historical letters with erotic twists. The letter ends in a mention of a twisted twin that seems to evoke imagery from a classic literature. Okay. Patricia, who had been in her mid-20s when the letter was written, was married to an older man of no notable status. The letter was most definitely not to him. There are also a few passages after the steamy bits that mention a daughter, leading Tina and Angelina to theorize that this letter was written to the father of a child she hid from society in some way. If not, what was it? If not for her story, yours and mine would be the most tragic tale ever told. How awful is it that such beauty was ripped from its rightful fate and worse, sent to live in the possession of your brother's twisted twin? Hold on. Who was Sam's real child? And twisted twin. Left an outcast, forced to a life of labor under a wicked relative. It's like something from the start of a children's fable. She deserved not the life he has been sentenced to. I can't stand to be apart from you both. Someday I shall return to you, and I pray that he has not corrupt her to know his sins. I swear that on that joyous day, with all of the strength I can muster, I will fight our child's freedom. Let us pray her fable has a happy ending. Okay, so what I'm understanding is that he was dating a man. He was shunned from the family. I feel like but it wouldn't make sense for them being brothers, only because am I crazy to think this is like a Edward Clancy? See, I think they tried to trick us with Clancy Edward, but I think this is Edward Clancy. And this is why I say that, because remember what they said about the names. And they said your brother's twisted twin. And it's not her talking about him, because his brothers are right here. And that will make them younger than him. So why would they give their Samantha to a younger brother? I'm assuming Samantha was given to Elias's brother, because remember, they had brothers and sisters that no one talk about. So I'm going to say this is his brother, and she was sent to stay with him. And because he was already shunned from the family, no one was going to be peeping for Samantha. And if we go back to her names, hold on, let's go back to where is it? Names. It says right here. It says, one thing that has always been consistent in our families, though, is that anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. That goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy, right? With the women, however, it all goes out the window. Okay, whatever. Who was Elias's mother? Women's names tend to get all mixed up. Now, if I'm not mistaken, feel like somewhere it was said that Edward, because he's not a junior. Hold on. I think I'm cooking, y'all. Our family names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy, right? G is grape. E is for elderberry. EC is for egg cream. CE. I got it, y'all. Somehow I'm getting it. Hold on. This is Gwendolyn. This is Edward, or Elias, I mean. This is EC. He was shunned from the family, so they took him out. And then the original one was this. 5. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because remember, it stopped at Margolite. It will stop at Margolite, right? So we have the Gwyneth. We have the Elias. This is the EC. Miracle came along. So then that made the extra M. Before, Melon was from Margolite. But then Miracle came along. And they removed the other flavor because he got shunned from the family, and that became Miracle Berry. I don't know, y'all. At first, I thought maybe it was the grandfather, like he was related to him, but I'm starting to maybe think maybe this is his twin. But why would they send? Oh, I'm gonna just go with it, y'all. I feel like I'm there, but just something. I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready. I'm scared. The last two are optional and won't lock in until you say I'm ready. You can summon me. Oh my god. Okay, I'm scared. I want to be right. I don't want all this gameplay to go to waste with me not being sure. See, I haven't really been paying attention to the years either, which would have helped me tremendously. Okay. So she says she wrote this to the father of her child, which is Edward, which is, I mean, not Edward, Elias Jr. It says, left an outcast, forced a life of labor under a wicked relative is something from the start of a children's fable. Okay, so, okay, maybe she's talking about Elias in all this. Tend to live in a possession of your brother's twisted twin. Child, you know what? I'm locking it in. I may not get the name right, but I'm there. I know it. I'm confirming. Family secrets. Finish the Roottrees are dead, but first, here's the final optional entries you found. Okay. Okay. Did I get those names in the right place? Okay. I'm guessing I got the names right. Booyah. Okay, let's see, guys.
So, you thought EC was Edward Clancy Roottree, and his partner was John Miller?
You know what? I'm even more confident because remember that letter that came? I think I said this, but for whatever reason, I feel like I didn't at the same time. But remember that letter came in the mail and she was like, they got my dad's name backwards? That letter was meant to go to him, not his dad. They had the name right.
That's
okay.
Exactly what I needed to hear.
Boom, baby. Exactly.
I'm Sam Madsen, though you know me.
I already knew that.
Samantha
Right.
Roottree. Yep, I got old. The only picture you have of me is from 40 years ago.
You look the same.
My book tells the truth about
Hairstyle and
Elias,
all.
the 5 pieces, and my parents.
Okay.
Not my biological parents, Elias Jr. and Patsy. My fathers, Edward Clancy Roottree and John Miller. By now, you've either read Lauren's diaries, or you're just an incredible guesser.
A mix of both, a mix of both.
Lauren was right. I hated the 5 pieces. She just didn't know my full reasoning.
I mean, they took you away from your family.
My father, Edward Clancy, was a great man. But his identical twin, Clancy, and his father, Elias, were not. At age 16, my father was caught kissing a farmhand. Back then, they wouldn't even acknowledge gay people existed. Having one in the family was unthinkable.
Well, wait until you meet Stephanie's mom.
I was born.
She got her a wife.
A bastard granddaughter. 2 stains on Elias's perfect family. He decided to fix both. They tried to erase Edward Clancy. They even removed his 5 pieces flavor. His name was deemed a dirty word. He became EC.
We was right there, y'all. We was right there. So, Clancy Edward and Edward Clancy are twins. You know what? That sounds like something they'd do in the 1920s. I'm not even going to sit there.
And the 5 pieces did their best to keep the next generation away, to isolate me from family. But Elias couldn't erase us from existence. Laura never realized I was the little girl from her diary. Who could blame me for being so confused that day? Her father was an exact copy of mine, except without the beard.
Oh, that's who hugged Lauren's dad. In my head, I was thinking Sam, but at the same time, I was like, but that wouldn't make sense because Sam was on the farm. You get what I'm saying? So my mind wasn't putting together to the fact that she never saw that side of the family either. For whatever reason, I kept hearing people say, "Oh, they saw Sam on the farm with the farm hand or whatever." In my brain, I'm thinking it was an acknowledgement of everyone seeing each other in that, yeah. So my brain didn't even correlate that she was the girl. In my head, I'm thinking November was the girl because I'm thinking of the racism. It's like she's dirty. Oh my
And
god.
while the
Okay.
five pieces celebrated a new factory, farmhands did the real work.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fluke there's a picture of my father at all,
Yep.
but there he is in the background. The
It's crazy
sixth
because
five piece.
so it's 6 kids, not 5 kids, and that's what the game was telling us, that some story's not gonna be adding up. And it's crazy because he doesn't even, this beard throws him off looking like twins with Clancy.
Pat.
Oop. Patsy returned, and things got complicated for Elias. She fought for my freedom from a life she deemed
Elias
unworthy.
relented, so long as I never learned the truth or receive inheritance. They knew I'd help my father.
Mm-hmm.
At Elias's will reading, I learned part of the truth. The rest I learned at home. I began to hate the five pieces. My father made me stay silent. He was worried history would repeat and that his grandchildren would become outcasts.
Mm.
His fears weren't unfounded. As you know, my son Ernie died a few years ago. He had trained to take over as president, but due to family politics, or perhaps hubris, it went to Guy, a real Roottree. He nearly ruined the company.
So why they acting like, okay, I understand she was brought into the world under the circumstances she was brought under, but why they still acting like she's not a root tree? You get what I'm saying? Her dad was literally Elias's son. So I'm confused with that logic of a real root tree when, because by that logic, it'll make it seem like y'all had to all sleep with each other as family members in order for it to lock in as a real root tree. You get what I'm saying? Now, I understand with the wives who probably got married to some other guy, and later on down the line, the genes are starting to be like, okay, we no longer have the root tree last name. We have the DNA, but we don't have the root tree last name. It's starting to get muddy. The waters are unclear. You know what I mean? Like, you know? So I can understand that based off last name factor. Because, like I said, the DNA is still there. But it's just, they're acting as if she's not a root tree
When
at all.
Ernie took over, he saved the operation. Over 13 years, he made the family billions. Ernie earned about $36.
I like how they're showing me what I had to research.
They got by on Debbie's salary, but when he fell ill, he couldn't pay his medical bills. His death was my tipping point. Originally, my book was meant to expose Elias's hypocrisy. Until I started to look into the other dirty laundry. Ron tried to have Robbie removed from the trust, but couldn't. Robbie was a blood relative, even out of wedlock. That sounded familiar. The Clancid Trust that Elias established was designed to secure his family's future. His entire family's future. He couldn't write exceptions in without the whole thing falling apart. My book can definitively prove that Elias was not the paragon of virtue he's heralded as. And that my daughter and granddaughters are just as much family, at least in the eyes of the trust, as anyone else.
Lock it in. Lock it in.
The Clancid Trust will secure their future. They can decide what to do with their shares. But I'm old, and I'm not in it for the money. The truth has been eating away at me for years, but now I can set the record straight, thanks to you.
You could have did this.
As someone who enjoys searching for the truth, you might understand the power it has. Whitewashing the past to protect the status quo can lead to repercussions in the present and future. So thank you. You knocked it out of the park. With your expert work, the truth will come to light.
Exactly.
And when it does, my share of the Clancid Trust is yours. Like I said at the beginning, set for life.
Ooh. Ooh. Can I get that for real?
Looking at the family tree on your wall, now with my father's, everything finally feels complete.
Thank you.
Unless a whole lot more Roottrees somehow appear from thin air, this is the last time I'll come knocking.
Is
Thanks
that a
again,
foreshadow to a
and
new
so
game?
long.
Or a part 2? Well, that was fun. Now I want to get into the mania. What is that? Thanks to your hard work, Sam Maston's book was published. It received mixed reviews. Did I get my money? Life went on and a new president took over the company. Who was it? As a girl? The Roottree family faded from the news cycle. Irrelevant. And then everything changed. What changed? There's another mystery to solve. Roottree Mania is now unlocked as a new game. I'm a secret Roottree. Guys, we have a part 2. Roottree Mania will spoil unlocked content. Make sure you've tied up any loose ends before starting. I mean, okay. We're gonna save here. 50 locked in. Whoa! Who knocking at my door? Who is
Hi,
you?
I'm
Clark?
Probably not who you expected to be knocking, but
No.
life's funny sometimes. You've done well staying anonymous. It took us a while to track you down.
Well, untrack
A
me.
lot has happened in the last year. Far too much of it public. But there's stuff going on behind the scenes, too.
I'm on the
I
case.
never wanted to be president. I'm not great with stress. With my mother's deteriorating I'm sorry,
Condition?
I'm rambling. I'm not here for sympathy. I'm here because part of the fallout of Sam's book is that everyone's coming out of the woodwork. Now that it's public knowledge, the Clancid Trust covers any Roottree despite their history with us. A lot of potential cousins have surfaced. You may have seen that man on the cover of News Time. It was a disaster for us.
Okay, that's a clue right there. News
And then
time,
Miracle
okay.
made it all about himself. The long
Which
and short
one?
of it is a lot of potential cousins just showed up. Sam's helping some of them, but she's not really going about it the right way. And she's not taking calls from anyone in the family. I let it slip through a mutual friend that I found you, and I was stopping in. It's
Not to
manipulative,
tell him
but
business.
I'm hoping she'll reach out to you. You can let her know I'm on her side.
Okay.
In the meantime, if you're willing, I can share our files with you. Pass them along to Sam if she reaches out. I'm genuinely hoping she'll realize I'm an ally. Feel free to do your own research. I've been told you enjoy things like this. To each their own.
Okay, I'm going to end. I'm not going to look at the clues. I just want to look at this board real quick, y'all. Whoa. Possible infidelity 3. This looks more complicated than this one. Because it's like there is no relations. What does this mean? Infidelity. Oh my God. So people was out here cheating? Who is this? Connected to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And who is this? And then what is this? Okay, yeah. Yeah, let me end this part. That was an unexpected finale of The Roottrees Are Dead, but we are not done yet. Now we are on a new mission of I Am a Secret Roottree. I know I've been recording these all ahead. I'm going to upload a few of these, maybe up to episode 3. Get what the radar is like. If y'all interested to see, I'm a secret Roottree. By the time at that point, I think it'll be able to lock in and start to, record. I'm interested in doing it, so I may do it regardless, but I will also like my community input. So yeah. If y'all enjoyed this series, y'all already know what to do. Thumbs this video up. I don't know why I feel like I'm stuttering and stumbling over my words, but thumb this video up. Subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you guys on the next video.